Hello everyone, today is another art with makeup video. I'm really excited about this one because I'm using one of my favourite palettes at the moment, which is the Heaps of Sweets by XO Beauty, and I freaking love this. I have so much fun creating this and I hope you enjoy watching it. Swatching is not my specialty, but as you can see I was just trying to show off what colours you get and kind of how they come off on the skin compared to how they come off on paper, which is completely different. Here you can see the palette in studio lighting versus natural lighting, and there's quite a difference, that's why I wanted to show it. I really love how it came out in the natural lighting, especially the shade Sugar, which is just like so sparkly and it's great for a highlight. So as usual when I draw, I do a messy sketch first where I just go to town on adding shapes and rough details, and then later on I do a more refined sketch. By tracing over the first one, then I work out on chiseling more details and shapes until I get it how I want. You can never go wrong with flower crowns on dogs, male or not, so I added these cute flowers in so I could add in some more colours from the palette. I was thinking maybe of doing that gold. Here I've started to add in smaller details. I wanted this piece to be simple but still hold a little fur detail and make sure that Lewie actually looks like Lewie and not just some random dog with a flower crown and candy around him. decided to match the theme of Heaps of Sweets and add in some treats around Lewie. I took inspiration from the palette's art and just added them in a circle around him, and I think it came out really cute. So there was a bit of time in between the swatching and me actually drawing this, and I used the palette a lot in between then. It's definitely one of my favorites at the moment. Like, it's just so easy to use, and the shade Sugar is my favorite new highlight. There have been a few people mentioning an issue with it, getting a mark around the packaging in the pan, but in my opinion this is just cosmetic and it hasn't affected the use of the shade at all, and I definitely don't need my palette replaced because of it. But the customer service, what I've seen, has been really good about it, and I think you can contact them if you do have an issue with it. paper where I was going to apply the shadow so that it would stick easier, because in my experience with drawing with makeup, it's obviously not the same as skin. It doesn't stick to it the same and it doesn't blend the same. It mostly just stays on the brush, so I didn't want to wet my brush and damage my palette, because I love my palette, I still want to use it. So I put a little bit of water on the paper and then have just applied the eyeshadow to where I've put the water, and it worked quite well. I did notice my paper choice wasn't the best. I thought Bristol wood would be really good as it's so smooth and it's really good for adding in fur detail. But as soon as I added a hint of water, it kind of made the paper rip up just a little bit. It might have been a mixture of the water and the bristles on the brush, but it did make it tear up slightly on the macaroon, but it's not that noticeable. So this was a little different to my other drawing with makeup videos, because normally I do the entire piece with just the makeup, but I really felt like just adding some accents with this one, and I think it worked really well. If you have any suggestions of which palette I should use next, let me know, or if you enjoyed this video, give me a little like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.